Hey guys, Zephyrnix here. Today we're going to take a look at Magicka for the PC and the Xbox 360. Now, I saw this game and it didn't look like it was going to be a good game, but I wasn't 100% sure. Now I'm 100% sure this is actually a really good game. So we're going to go ahead into it right now. Now, we can't do online player challenge and thing like that, but we can click on adventure. Now, after click on adventure here, we have the option of clicking on join, basically where we want to be and, just join. Now, you can pretty much choose any way you want. I'll just choose the first one, but it brings up your name. When you click on your name, it pretty much shows the final character that you actually chose, that you actually played with. Now, of course, you can change the color as your heart desires, but for now, I'm just going to keep purple. And then go ahead and just give her a start. Now, this game has got to be one of the most interesting games I've ever played. It's kind of like Diablo, but...
Vi bronner ut! Spattar en väg upp! GVH plankar! Rembrandt! Säkerordet är bananer!
Yeah. So anyway, so the thing is though, basically what Magicka is that you can actually combine up to 5 different spells and to do different things. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that basically. It's like this. When you want to combine spells, if you look on the left hand side, the bottom here, you have 8 elements that you can choose from. This one's water, life, shield, cold, fire, earth, arcane, and lightning, which we will all get into in a minute here. So I'm going to show you how to charge up a spell and how to use it. Simply by pressing the button, you can go ahead and charge it up. Now, of course, on the Xbox 360, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm showing you on PC, but you just have to adapt accordingly. So if you actually hit the middle mouse button here, after you charge it up, you heal yourself. Now, if you want to do an area of effect spell, you actually hold down the shift button and then hit the right click button. And then if you want to just shoot it, you use the right click button here. Now, of course, I can't do it right now because they're locked right now, but I'm going to show you how it works here. They actually, open up each one individually. So I'll show you how it works as we go along now. Now, as you see here, we got a new type of element here. They're kind of introducing it to you slowly. This one's Earth. So Earth is kind of interesting, really. With Earth, you can actually charge up Earth, and then you can go ahead and let it go. And it works like that. Fire is a little bit different here. Fire is what we call a beam spell, or kind of a cone spell, actually. Basically, what a cone is is it shoots out in a cone shape in front of you. So if you shoot fire from right here, it goes out like that. However, you can charge it as much as you want, and it'll go further. So we can go ahead and light this real quick. Now, another thing I want to show you is this. You can actually combine spells to do different things. Now, of course, mind you this. You can cast spells on top of you, on yourself too, including fire. If I want to cast fire on me, I can. Like, for example, cast earth, I can cast it on me, and I wind up hurting myself. Different spells you can cast on you to do different effects. However, you can also combine different spells, which we'll get a lot to in a minute, but for now, I'll show you this one. You can actually go ahead, as you see, this is earth. This is fire. But if you combine the two spells, it becomes a fireball spell. Pretty good, right? And it definitely does continue as it goes along here. For example, the reason why I showed you that is because of certain things like this. Now, obviously, no matter how high I shoot off the fire, I can't reach it, right? And I have to light that. So what I can do is this. I can charge up 4 fires and 1... Oops. Well, I can do it that way too, apparently. So apparently, which makes the game even more fun because you can actually combine spells and you don't have to combine one exact spell to do different things. You can combine whatever you want. For example, I was going to do this one. And that explosion would have lit that. But actually, if you actually use the beam spell mixed with life and fire, it actually works too. Now, here's another one you have too is lightning. Now, lightning's an interesting spell here, and this is when things really get interesting, and I'll show you why in a minute. So, I'm going to go ahead and cast lightning on this electronic thing here to go ahead and get it started. Now, if you look over here, right here, you'll notice that there's some water here, okay? So, if I step in the water, as you saw, I'm getting wet. Now, here's the thing about this, which kind of makes it funny. If I try to use lightning, as you see there, I'm electrocuting myself. Just by using lightning while I'm wet. Makes sense, right? But I can go ahead and cast fire myself now. And while I am taking a little bit of damage, I just went ahead and dried myself off. So now I can use lightning as I so damn please. Pretty cool, right? So this is where area effects come in. Now, you can, in order to hit 2 things at once or whatnot, you can actually use area of effect spells. So, for example, fire, that's the area effect for fire. Here's the area effect for earth. Area effect for lightning. And as that to do that. So here's another thing too. That's arcane magic. We'll show that in a minute here. Now here's another thing too. Certain magics cast other magic out. For example, I showed you how to combine fire with life already, but if you try to combine, we'll say lightning, as you see here, lightning with earth, they both cancel each other out. You can't use lightning with earth. So you would have to figure out how to get that, because obviously you can't do fire or earth and do the same effect spell that you did with other things. Like for example, how I did with fire and earth here. I think by doing the fireball thing, you can't do that, but you got to find a way to extend it. So if you add more arcane magic to your element, you can actually go ahead and do it that way. Now you can also do it, as I said before, with life as well. You know, you're not limited to what you can kind of mix and match different abilities here. Now this ability is called cold here, and this allows you to do different things as well. Now, for example, I can go ahead and use cold right here on this, what looks like blood right now, and I can cast it, and I can freeze everything right above me, right below me, and I can go ahead and walk over it. You know, I can also, then I can go ahead and melt if I wanted to. Now, like I said before, here's something interesting here. Like I said before, you can't add cold and you can't add fire, right? So I already said that before. And if you cast cold with earth, you get this. Which can be considered as some form of avalanche thing or something whatnot. Now this one is water. As you see, water is opposed to lightning, so you cannot use water and lightning at the same time. It's not going to work. However, you can use water, and that's what it is. Now here's the cool part about this game once again. That's water. That's fire. But if you combine the two, it becomes one spell of steam, as you see it change right there. And it becomes a steam spell. Awesome, right? I mean, it really is. Water with arcane. Let's try some different things like this. That's water with arcane. If you add water with magical powers, it becomes a streaming kind of bullet thing going on there. Awesome, right? Water with life. I want same thing, water with life. It does that. Now here's another thing too about combining spells. If you combine water with cold, you get icicles. So you can actually shoot off icicles here. So I can actually combine all of them to become icicles, and then I can actually charge it up like earth, and then shoot them off. So for now, no, those are things that we can use eventually here. For now, we need to go ahead and get through these puzzles here. So now these magic books, if you pick them up, they'll tell you different things that you can use here. So for example, I just learned haste, which basically consists of electric, arcane, and then fire. And then if you hit the spacebar button, sorry about that. If you hit the spacebar button, you become haste, and you can run. Pretty close, huh? So now, if you've done that, now we got the enemies here. So like I said before, let's try out our spell that we did before, which is our ice spell here. As you see there, that was it. So now you can also do things too, like for example, let's try steam out. Okay, at maximum power. Oops, that wasn't it actually. So let's try it again. Okay, let's try it. Look at that, you can burn them all down with steam. And then we can electrocute the hell out of this guy. Like I said before, you can do all kinds of different things here. And as you see what I did right there is I totally went ahead and just blasted the Kingdom Come. Now it's letting you know too is you can actually roll the mouse up and down on yourself and you actually come up with the spells here that you had too. Instead of, because like you can go actually and click, hit the escape button and click here, and then it'll teach you different magic that you have, or you can just scroll it up and down on you here, you know, to kind of get them kind of quick here. Now, for example, when we walk in here, we have a beholder. Right? Now we need to figure out how to beat the holder, right? So we can actually beat the holder pretty fast here. Let's try different spells out. Now we got shield here, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my shield spell. And actually this is a spell that you can't stack, so. So you can do shield like that, or you can cast on yourself, or you can area effect it like that. Pretty good, right? So, how are we going to beat the beholder, right? We want to hit him hard. Well, I recommend this. What we're going to do is this. We're going to add fire. And then, so we won't have to get too close. We'll add some arcane magic to it. We'll add one more fire to give that extra burn. So, without a doubt, blast him. So now, we've hit him with a hard arcane magic. And then we're letting him cook. And the son of a bitch exploded. And so then we can go ahead to our next battle here. Now, honestly, my thoughts on this game, I love this game. I really do. So far, I've learned a new spell here. So now I can revive myself here. As you see here, I told you about scrolling. So I can go ahead. I figured this was a revive, too. It's just I had to wait to activate here. So I can actually go ahead and bring people back to life here. So as you see here, I'll be bringing back to life. But we'll get into that in a minute. Basically, I like this game. I think it's a really awesome game, and I will go ahead and play a little bit more of this demo in the next video, so we can go ahead and get a little bit of a take on how this game plays. So without a doubt, that's it for this particular video. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.